Good morning. This is Brian Pulowski for Antiquarian Photo. I want to take you on a storage journey for digital imaging. You may ask why, if you do historic processes, are you talking about storing digital images and why you would need to go down this path. Now let me relate a little anecdote from 2009 when I studied traditional copperplate photogravure with John Goodman. John is the foremost practitioner of copperplate photogravure in the world, and when I'd gotten out to Massachusetts for this week-long workshop with him, I asked him, what are we going to use for the contact negatives for making the photogravures? We are talking about a process that goes back to etching in the 1400s, was perfected for use in detailing fine photographic images in the 1870s. And John looked at me with surprise and said, Brian, this is the 21st century. We're going to use digital negatives. And so here we are. Most of the work that you do in alternative processes is contact printing from negatives. And today the typical workflow includes capture either through film or digital, and then the creation of a digital negative of the size for the print that you want to make. Since we're talking about large, finely detailed prints, we're talking about large files, large file captures, and manipulations in Photoshop and the like, I found over the years the size of my image archive has grown quite large. I just basically went through an exercise of bringing up a Synology NAS device, a DS1817 Plus. I had it populated with 8 4-terabyte drives. I also bought a OWC Thunder Bay 4 RAID array, which has 4 by 12 terabyte drives. And this is acting as my primary storage now. I copied all of my data from all of my former storage sources that I used for image editing. Until 2012, I used Network Appliance Filers. These are enterprise quality storage units. They had once had a product for the SMB market. I ran out of space on those devices in 2012, but I've been using them since 2008, and in 2018 they're still running flawlessly and storing and serving data. But most of my other images and my most recent creations have occurred in the past 5 to 6 years. So I had to look for another solution, and that is where I came up with the OWC RAID array for providing direct access over Thunderbolt 3, which is rated for 40 gigabytes a second access when you're streaming, and a Synology NAS box, as I mentioned, for my secondary storage. I have now completed the migration of all of my disparate drives to my primary storage and then mirrored it to my secondary storage to provide an online backup, and I found out that I had a total of 18 terabytes of storage. The 18 terabytes of storage grew most rapidly in the past couple of years, and that bodes ill for me because a 4 by 12 terabyte system is not going to provide, in a RAID array, is not going to provide a lot of space for long. But since I've accumulated 6 terabytes of data and it's only August of 2018. Anyway, I'll get back to you in the future and let you know how this is all going. I am reconfiguring my Synology box to use 12 terabyte drives, and that's another journey in itself and a subject for a different podcast. Thank you, signing out. Brian Pulowski from Antiquarian Photo.